Hello everyone and welcome back to Vlogmas, or welcome if it's your first time here. I'm Kimberly. You should hit that subscribe button for makeup, fashion, photography, lots of things. Today we're doing this very red and gold Christmas look, so if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. I'm going to start my skincare with Terre, Merre, Aloe, and Tea Tree Toner. And I'm just going to use this all over my face and down my neck and chest to prep my skin for makeup. Afterwards, I'll use my Kate Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizer, and I'm just using a foundation brush to get this all over my face. Don't forget to take your moisturizer down your neck and down and across your chest. I'll take my Badescu Hyalauronic Eye Cream and just put that all over around my eyes using my ring finger. I'm using the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara, and I'm putting it on before my brow powder because I wanted to try this technique that I saw on TikTok, so I didn't really notice too big of a difference. You can do it before or after brow powder. So for my brows, I'm using this very old Brow Gal, and this is the Convertible Brow in 02. I'm taking the middle shade in the front half of my eyebrows, and then I'm going to take this darker shade along the rest of my eyebrows. And I'm just using this to outline and fill in any bald spots, including sharpening up that arch. Just gonna blend that all out with a spoolie. I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape to clean up that bottom edge, and then I'm also gonna use it just on both ends of the tail to really sharpen it up. Again, using that Tarte Shape Tape on my eyelids, I'm just going to spread it out with a brush and then blend it in with a sponge. The Laura Mercier translucent setting powder is pretty great, so I'm just using that to set my eyes. This is going to create a really nice base so that I can blend these fun colors on. I'm just using a big fluffy brush to clean that up. Going into the Frida Kahlo and Ulta Beauty palette, I'm going to use this Adobe color and build up the crease. I'm also going to take this on that outer V and just keep packing it on, blending it out. Next I'll go in with Amor and put this a little bit lower in the crease and again in that outer V to just really deepen up that color. With my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, I'm going to take Maneater and bring a deeper, richer red into that crease and outer V. I'm going to mix Maneater with black Truffle and use that really just inside the crease to just deepen and darken that crease color. This is just a clean blending brush so that I can buff out the color, make sure it's seamless, and then if there's any spots that I feel like I blended away too much, I can just add some more back on. So that's what I'm doing here, just adding more color back on. And blending again. With the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm going to clean up that inner lid. Just take a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out with my sponge and fingers, and then set it with the translucent powder that's just left on my brush. I'm going to take 24K and use my finger to really press this into my lid. It's kind of messy, but when you like press it down, it kind of almost turns into a cream, and it pops so nicely. And then just using that clean blending brush again, I'm going to blend the edges so that it blends into the rest of the look. I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay Skinny Eyeliner in black to create a wing. You know, I love my wings. So I was going to go for a thin and sharp wing, but my not so steady hands had other ideas. So we're just going to work with it. I create the triangle following the line of my lower lash line, and then I just fill it in. Go to the halfway point and then work for the inner liner separately. This is where I always mess up and then have to make it thicker, is on that inner corner. Using the Tarte Shape Tape again, I'm just going to take some on an eyeliner brush and clean up the line there and just really sharpen it up. Now we're going to move on to face primer. I like the Ulta Beauty color correcting one. It just works really great. It evens out my skin tone and it smooths a little bit. I don't have a lot of texture, so I don't need anything heavy or duty, so this works great. And I'm just using that same foundation brush that I used for my moisturizer to place this all over my face and blend it down the neck. My Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid is my favorite. I've had it for years and it just keeps on working. I'm going to place this all over my under eyes and on the dark patches that I get on my cheeks. I like to blend this out with my fingers. I don't like that the sponge pulls it away because then it's pointless, so I just use my fingers for this. For foundation, I'm using the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Longwear foundation. I hit the wrong button when I ordered it, and I ordered light, which is obviously too light. So I'm just taking extra care to put just enough, like a very thin layer. Again, using the same foundation brush. And this just takes me forever because I am being extra careful to not put too much on because we're going to have to blend this with bronzer. And again, I am going to blend this foundation down my neck, especially with a color that's the wrong shade. You definitely want to blend. I really like the way this brush spreads the foundation out. It's pretty smooth. It doesn't leave a lot of brush strokes, but just in case it did, and I didn't notice, I do like to go in with my beauty blender because I got terrible eyesight. I might not see it. Again with the Tarte Shape Tape, but this time for actual concealer under my eyes. And then I'll also use this to highlight the bridge of my nose and my forehead. I'm using very little of this because it is so thick, so I use a brush instead of the applicator that comes with it, and then I just blend out with my sponge. Taking the translucent powder again, I'm going to smooth out any creasing in my under eyes, and you know I'm gonna bake. I am not trying to crease under there. Then just using a big fluffy brush, I'm going to set the rest of my face with this same powder. And don't forget to set down the neck as well. Just gonna brush away that baking. I don't bake too much because I didn't put too much concealer on. Now moving on to contour, I'm going to use my ABH contour kit in light to medium, and I just mix the contour colors, focusing on my jaw, cheekbone, and my forehead. I will contour my nose just a little bit, but not too much. I've also found that using a giant fluffy brush, or a small fluffy brush, but like very, very fluffy, not too condensed, is perfect for keeping it looking soft and natural. The NYX Matte Bronzer is my absolute favorite. I use the shade Medium, again on a very loose, fluffy brush. And I'm going to use more bronzer than I normally would, because again, this foundation is too light and I'm trying to blend it into my natural skin tone. So I'm just gonna really go crazy with the bronzer on the forehead, nose, cheekbones, and jaw. The Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush is one of my favorites, so I'm just using this shade Natural Beauty with a huge fan brush. It keeps it blended a little better, makes it less likely that I'll mess it up. I've heard that Becca has been discontinued, but I still love the Prosecco Pop. And it might be old and probably expired, but I'm going to use it anyway. Highlighting the cheekbones, nose, and my upper lip. Going back into Adobe, I'm going to smoke out that under eye. And then I'm going to take Maneater and bring that a little closer to the lash line, still just deepening up that smokiness. I'm then going to take Coco from the Huda Beauty palette on another eyeliner brush and just run that right along my lash line. For mascara, I'm using the Maybelline New York Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. It would not focus because it's shiny, but I'm just going to curl my lashes and use that. It doesn't add really much to my lashes, but it just coats them and helps them blend into the falsies. And the falsies I'm using are the Pure Pro eyelashes, 3D cruelty-free Luxe lashes with the Duo Glue. And this style is called Diva. I like to use a lash applicator to position it, and then I just use my fingers to squeeze it around and to adjust the inner corner, because I always have trouble with my inner corner. Going in with MAC Lip Pencil in Ruby Woo, you know, the classic red from MAC. I'm going to line my lips. This is a process. I go very slow and it takes me forever because my lips are all kinds of crooked and the color goes outside of the actual shape and I just have to reshape my whole lips. So this is actually sped up, but it looks like I'm going normal speed because I go that slow. So once I'm happy with the shape, I will take a step back and kind of look it over to make sure it's good. For lipstick, I'm using the Fenty Beauty, and I think this is the Universal Red. or no, this is uncensored. So Fenty Beauty Uncensored red lipstick. Then going back in with that mascara for my lower lash line. Just gonna set with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This is my favorite. I know there are setting sprays that last longer, but this one just sprays so nicely. And here is the completed look. I did go over the liner, but my camera died. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked this look. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below so you can follow along with all the Vlogmas videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!